A warm welcome to Anuradha Vedic Astrology. Today, our topic of discussion is Rahu in Pushkar Navamsha. But before that, a big thanks to all of you for liking, sharing and subscribing to our YouTube and Spotify channels and writing in your views and comments there. If you haven't subscribed to us, please do, and do remember to press the bell icon so that you can get the updates ASAP. When we talk about Rahu, Rahu we know is a malefic par excellence, and wherever it sits, it's bound to spread its maleficence. That is one point about Rahu. When we talk about Pushkar Navamsha, and I have made many videos on Pushkar Navamsha, one of the features of the Pushkar Navamsha is that the person or that particular Navamsha, that particular zone is so enriching that whatever planets that sit there, it tends to care for it and lovingly give it growth. So that planet will be able to grow widely in that area. And when will it happen? It will happen during the dasha, antar, pratyantar, sukshma pran dashas of the planet concerned. Now, the Pushkar Navamsha is a double-edged sword also. Why so? Because if there is a benefic sitting in that Pushkar Navamsha, the benefic grows. It grows by leaps and bounds and can, if it's a lord of a good house, gives untold results to us in that segment, that sector. The person grows with the karaka, the person grows with the house is concerned for the Pushkar Navamsha and the house in which it is placed. But what happens if it is a malefic? The Pushkar Navamsha has promised us growth. It has promised us that there will be an upward movement as far as that planet, as that zone is concerned. So if there is a malefic sitting there, if a malefic like Saturn is sitting in a Pushkar Navamsha, what happens? The Saturn will show growth. So as the person grows up in life, the person will have to work harder and harder. Circumstances will propel the person to live with hard work in life. We'll make a video on this on some other day. Let's now talk about the Rahu element that I'm talking about. Say Rahu is in a Pushkar Navamsha. As I said, it's a malefic and it will show an upward growth. What kind of upward growth does it show? It shows a great increase in its maleficence. Qualities of suddenness, qualities of cruelty if there be, then all these things will grow in a person's chart. Now I'll just try to explain it to you through an example. In this example here, I have the chart of a person who has Rahu sitting in the 8th house in the sign of Cancer in the Pushkar Navamsha of Punarvasu 4th pada. So the Lagna here is that of Sagittarius and Rahu is sitting in the 8th house in Punarvasu 4th pada, that is between 0 degrees to 3 degree 20 minutes. So what result becomes? I have always maintained that the placement of Rahu in the 8th house kind of is not very a happy situation that I see. Rahu is suddenness, Rahu is major transformation, and Rahu is also related to cunningness. Rahu. So in this 8th house, when Rahu is placed, a person can resort to many unethical means to get their work done, to earn unearned money, something that is not due to you. You want to earn it quick and fast and you do that. Okay. And Rahu also is, and when it is placed in the 8th house is also the house of transformation and also about unearned money, undue gains. So this here becomes very sedimenting that a person can gain unduly but can also suffer on account of what? So now in this chart we see that Rahu is placed in that Punarvasu Nakshatra of Pushkar Navamsha and there is a steady growth. So growth of what? Growth of Rahu element. growth of element of a huge desire for money for which you are not that willing to work. And so how does it translate in the lady's chart that I'm showing you? This lady, 8th house also shows occult, and Rahu can give you a need to move into that direction. In the 8th house it does have an interest, so this lady has an interest in occult but is not willing to learn deep down that the 8th house research that is shown, but still earns her money through the occult in ways which are not very ethical. Now, there is also another concept called the chart rotation that the elders used to do when they used to predict about many people from that same chart. So here, the 8th house, which represents your in-laws, it could also mean the 2nd house for your in-laws. It could mean there could be something which is not sitting correct, but this is also the 2nd house of sanskaras, the money, and also the scent of values, the kind of values a person has. So, and who is that person? It is the 7th lord here, that is, it is the 2nd house from the house of the spouse. So spouse can have issues or can have value systems which are not very ethical, and it also shows the money of the spouse. So this lady has been married for 20 years and till this date the spouse has been after her. He has a huge want, a huge desire for money, wherein he has always asked her to get more and more dowry. And even though the spouse is well oiled by his own parents and everybody else, the spouse is in constant need of money. What more? The 2nd house shows your ethics, your values. Rahu sitting there can put a question mark to them. And when asked that did the spouse, because it's a Punarvasu nakshatra, the nakshatra of Aditi, so it's also showing something about ladies. So the question was, could the spouse be visiting other ladies also? And the answer was, it's a possibility. Again, when we talk about the ethical nature, or this is a family, so is the person attached to his family? No, he is buying them for his own goods. So we can from here we can see two things, Pushkar Navamsha as well as chart rotation. When we talk about Pushkar Navamsha, it's important to understand that the Navamsha will show growth. But how would the individual planets behave? They would behave in two manners. The house that they are placed in, and two, they would behave according to their natural beneficence or maleficence. So Rahu in its Pushkar Navamsha does not really bring in a lot of goodies, so to speak. It can bring in a lot of troubles, and if we do not know how to handle those troubles, they can be pretty overwhelming for us. So do write in your comments, see where Rahu is sitting in your chart. Does it also sit in a Pushkar Navamsha? And if then yes, what kind of havoc has it been playing? So till we meet with you again, stay safe. Thank you.
Please hit the bell icon for fresh updates. Don't forget to like, share and comment on the videos, and please subscribe to our channel.